Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. It's a great pleasure to meet all of you out here, and it's a Friday evening, and I understand all of us have some great plans with family, friends, and that's the time that you spend, which is more required at this stage, right? Looking at the conditions around. I'm happy to see that all of you are healthy, safe, and attending our program today. It's a great honor to be hosting this entire session for you. And before I start, I definitely would want to thank Nilesh Verma. I want to thank Chandan Sharma, Gagan, and the entire Integrity team who's made this entire forum possible for us. So Nilesh and Chandan, here's a thanks which goes out to both of you. And thank you so much for being present during this forum. So without taking much time, as you already see, you have two speakers for the day today. For people who know me, I am Namrata Sharma, and I head the Global Alliances for Islantis. With me, I have my colleague who's going to join me and who is one of the key speakers for today evening. I would want to introduce Sandeep Gupta. He's the Director of Delivery Services, and he will run us through a lot about IAM, Identity and Access Management, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So, Sandeep, maybe just a quick hello to all of them.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening to some. My name is Sandeep Gupta, and I have been in this industry from 16 plus years. And I have worked with multiple identity access management products so far, and have I also aware of that there are a lot of challenges that organizations are facing that we'll discuss as part of our the identity access management solution designing and our product. Thank you, and over to you, Namrata.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sandeep. So without taking much time today, and I know I know all of us are here today, and we definitely want to make value out of the time that we spend with each other. And I'm going to make sure that this is a valuable time that you spend with us today. Let me just give you a little bit just about Islantis. For those who do not know Islantis and about our journey, I'm happy to give you a quick snapshot into what we do and what we've been doing in the industry so far, and how we can partner together along with Integrity and then build up a solution which would help the customers' key initiatives for the current year and the upcoming years together. We're going to talk a little bit about Islantis. As I mentioned to you, I am going to run you through the analyst recognition that we've had so far, a little bit of key challenges that the IAM industry is facing, and what's the bridge that you're going to gap that you're going to bridge between an IAM solution to a converged IAM, and what is the difference and what we bring across to you today on the table. We're going to talk a little bit about how do you partner with us, what's in store for you, and then I'm going to run you through the partner portal, which is the source of truth, and that's where we have most of our documents which you could leverage once you onboard with us as a partner. We have experience of 20 plus years in the IAM industry, which is Identity and Access Management. Of course, all of us know about it. During the first 12 years, we were called a strategic partner. We managed a lot of these professional services and MSP portfolios for multiple technologies. And we had acquired many customers while we were deploying these complex solutions and implementing these large projects. And basis this, we came up with a solution which is a solution which we have built ground up, which is called Compact Identity, and that's our flagship product, and that's the solution that we're going to talk about today. We've been recognized, and during our initial days, we were called the cool vendor, and all the solutions and all the featurings that we are going to feature today is something which is inbuilt and available locally in India, because it's a Make in India company, and it aligns with all the RBI compliances, your local, vertical, and segment-specific initiatives in the current scenario. Compact Identity, as the name indicates, it compacts all the IAM features, which is now in today's world termed as converged IAM. So this solution is a SaaS delivered solution, and it's an all-in-one solution. And hold the thought there, and I will run you through on the intricacies about why is it called all-in-one solution, why is it termed Converged IAM, and what's in store for you. Moving on, I am going to just show you a few clips about the way we've got recognized by KuppingerCole, which is huge analyst in Europe. Gartner has recognized us, and then we've also been called out in the ET and the CIO review. Like yourself, I do have partners across the globe, and we have about 200 plus partners. We have global system integrators, value-added resellers, MSP players, service providers, consultants. So these are the different dimensions, and these are the kind of partnerships that I have across the globe. I am going to be your partner manager, and I'm happy to support you. I'm going to be someone who's going to support you on board and also help you build up traction with your customers. And we together are going to tailor make the solution, which is going to be booming in the industry here on. And this is as per Gartner, not because I am telling you this, and I will run you through that detail as well. So all put together, we've been listed on Gartner Market Guide, which is the latest guide report, which has come out in December 2020. We've been coined as a converged IAM solution provider. And there are two other companies who are also listed in the same CAD, I would say. So this is a nutshell about us, about our credentials. And yes, moving ahead, let me give you a quick view into the global footprints that we have. Now, these are the geos, these are the territories, these are the countries where we have our local partners. We have partners like you. We have our own sales, pre-sales, post-sales team to support, stitch the entire solution and make it a tailor-make platform for your customers. As we speak, we do have 10 million identities that we manage across these regions that you see. And we've acquired some good customers, and there are about 20 plus customers under the Fortune 500 company. And we do have 2 million logins and identities that we manage on daily basis. So we have we are headquartered Bangalore, India, and our headquarters Bangalore. We have our R&D support based out of Bangalore. And we are also been listed in United States of America. Let me just give you a little bit just on the patents and our recognitions and the platform who support us. So we have, this is a patented technology. The latest patent that we have is a single sign-on tick client. And that's, I think, the only patent with Islantis as on today. And we have few more, which is under review, and we will definitely have additional feathers on our hat. Moving on towards my left, you see these are the analyst recognition, where KuppingerCole, the leading analyst of Europe, has listed us for being the innovation partner, being the product company of the year. Same time, as I mentioned to you earlier, Gartner has coined us in December 2020 as a converged IAM solution provider. And bottom at the chart that you see, we have secured platforms. These are the platforms where we are certified. Beyond this, we do have our technology partners. Now, these technology partners basically are having their solutions integrated with us. When we have a solution, you should have a seamless integration with the rest of the solution that you are carrying to the market, right? So we take care of that as well. And maybe during the course of time, when we onboard you, when we get you the partner portal access, you will definitely have insight into who are these technology partners and how they benefit you. And if you were to stitch two different solutions, how would you, kind of clarify those nitty-gritties to your customers? And that's about the patent technology and the analyst review. Yes, I can't forget this. So people who know me have already seen me, but then I'm happy and I take pride in, letting you know that ET has recently awarded us, and this has just come last week. We've been awarded as a cybersecurity solution company of the year, and we've been awarded as an innovation cybersecurity company as well. And this has just come recently, just about a week ago. People who know me on LinkedIn, people who know me on Facebook have definitely seen this. And now I'm happy that I have a larger circle and I will know all of you, and we'll make some good reach in the market together. These are a select few customers that I have picked so that you have a fair idea of who are the customers where we have deployed this solution. And these are our happy customers where we've deployed these solutions. And I have given you a quick snap view into which are the segments or verticals and who are the customers against it, right? So I've not just picked up India, but I've picked up overall, the strong logos that we've acquired. And we can actually tailor make the solution as per, the logos that you see here, the wins that we've had in the past, and we can tag it to the segment and vertical that you would want to target with us. We can just give the customer what he wants rather than pushing the entire solution and making sure that he's not using a certain features, but he's still paying for it. So we'll make it cost effective for a customer so that you have an all-in-one solution that you deliver to your customer. So this is a quick view, and I'm happy to give you more inputs as we meet one-on-one post this discussion today. This is my favorite topic, and this should definitely be our favorite topics moving on, because when you go stitch out a solution to your customer in the identity and access management space, there are a certain legacy features and legacy solutions which are lying in the market, right? So when you are stitching these solutions, you definitely go picking multiple platforms, multiple applications, multiple implementation scopes. The SLAs also run into these many solutions that you're stitching, right? So just to name a few so that I can give you a view into a normal, traditional legacy IAM into what are you giving to your customer as a converged IAM solution, right? So this is just a quick view, and I'll give you a few pointers here and there about it. Identity and access management evolves around these features that I want to call out. Of course, single sign-on. It's been there for 2 decades now, more than 20 plus years. The companies are using it, and you have to make sure that there's a single sign-on, there's a dual authentication. So we have a feature which is called single sign-on, which is which supports you with dual authentication, which supports you with thick clients, federated apps, web apps. So these are the features under single sign-on that we bring across to you as a solution. Then comes your password management, where there are nitty-gritties like your password synchronization, syncing your password to the AD, to the virtual, directory servers, to starting from LDAPs to your now AD, now VDS, then moving on to the federated, domains, and then having to make sure that the passwords are secure. It has a multi-factor, layered as a dual authentication right there. So this is one of the features. And then, of course, comes your provisioning, deprovisioning, where you take care of your entire user cycle when the user logs in, as in joins into a company. And then if user is moving within the company, either getting a transfer or a promotion or moving into a different job role, and when the user is leaving the organization, you have to take care of those orphan accounts. You have to take care of the authorizations or authority that you've given to that particular user. So stay and have that thought on you, and we will clarify this further with Sandeep. So authentication, authorization, as I mentioned, you authenticate a user when they come on board. You give them authorization based on the roles that they are going to, have with you, based on the attributes that they're going to have with you. And yeah, of course, so there is a role-based access control. There is an attribute-based access control. So this is the dimension of identity, right? Identity, and then a little bit of access here, of course. If we go a further deep, then we're talking about multi-factor authentication, and then we're talking about the layers of authentication. How easy or how critical or how complex do you want that authentication to be? You want to restrict it to just a multi-factor authentication, or you want to push an OTP which goes through mail, which goes to your phone, and then you have these additional questions that you can ask, challenge questions or challenge response, which will make a multi-factor authentication more authenticated. Of course, federation, if a user has, if there are multiple domains, for instance, and if a user has access or is authorized just to a single domain, how easily you would want this user to be logged into a single domain and still have access, and by default he can move on to multiple other domains with which he's authorized to use, so that he doesn't have to log in multiple times, right? So that's one of the key factors that we're going to cover in our portfolio. And we did speak about the directories. We did speak about the identity lifecycle of this user, with, as it comes in, he moves out, what he does internally, what rights he has, and what are the attributes and all of it. This together also has a layer of privilege account users, right? All of us know that we in our company will definitely have those privilege account users. It's very important for us to know what is it a role-based restrictions that you've given them? What is the kind of authority they have? Do they have access to a file server or a database server? They have view rights, or they have access right to, are they able to, should they have edit rights? How complex is the password? How do you rotate the credentials? How do you make sure that these users are monitored? And then you have a similar solution like an SIEM, where you're monitoring the logs, what happened. If there's something which has happened or which is called for, then you go for a postmortem and you see what happened to the session. How did the user log in? Where all did he go? What are the access that he had? Did he make any changes, or did he save something, or did he push something beyond his role? So is the whole dimension of IAM today, right? We've made this very easier for all of us today. We've pushed a layer to it where we've bifurcated this in 3 different buckets. One is access management, which takes care of all of those features. The second one is the identity governance and administration. And the third one is, of course, PAM. Most of these RBI compliances, most of these, guidance which is coming in now for the identity space, the customer is looking for bits and pieces of all of this. Now, if you happen to stitch these solutions together, I'm 100% sure you will reach out to 3 different vendors, right? Imagine having to integrate these 3 different solutions, assuming, like, for instance, just for, I'm not going to pick the name, but then just give you an instance. Company A has an access management solution, but does not look into IGA, right? Identity and governance. So you go to company B, which has identity governance and administration. And the third layer, of course, is your PAM, and then you go to a PAM provider. Then you have to stitch all of these solutions together. And today, we will make it easier for you, because Compact Identity, the solution, our flagship product, is nothing but having a single code base. It has modular level, features that you could position at your client side basis the requirement, not just push the whole thing out. You can, grow as per the scale, or have a phase-wise growth with your client. So that's something we bring across to the table to you as we onboard you. These are the key challenges that we face. Now, those are the solutions, and these are cruel facts, I think, in today's world, where if you have to integrate all of this together, if you have to make sure that you deploy a person who first learns the solution and then, helps implement the solution, you have to make sure the timelines are matched as per the SLAs that 3 of the solution providers will give you. Your team has to manage all of it at the back end to adhere to the timelines that you've, given to the customer, committed to the customer. Then your budgets are overboard. I remember people who build up the entire stack, and then here comes the sales team who says, hey, look, that stack is costly. The customer is not going to, this is our budget. Make sure you shrink it and make sure this all looks like a holistic solution with budgets which are appropriate. So we do a run around internally on budgets, on the ROI, on how complex it is. Is it user friendly? Are people going to use those features that we switch on, but we never use it, but we pay for it, right? So all of this together today, we are here to solve this issue for you. And I have with me Sandeep, who's going to run us through a detailed architecture view on what we bring across the entire Compact Identity overview, and we'll take it up from there. Sandeep, the expert at IAM, over to you. And I think I'll just let you take over from here.
Sure, Namrata. I think you have almost covered all the technical part. Hey, good evening and good afternoon to everybody. This is Sandeep here again. So as Namrata already mentioned, right, currently all the organizations have, the switched solution, like in stage solutions. They don't have a one vendor, which actually, giving entire identity access management solutions. Now, if you see the Gartner, right, in their guide, IGA market guide in 2020 December, a few months before that, they have published their analyst view, and they are saying by 2023 a new category of SaaS delivered converged IAM platform will be preferred method for identity and access governance or administration, access management, and privilege access management, which will be taken care by 45% of new deployment going to be happen with the enterprises, right? Because now enterprises are struggling, struggling to stitch all these solutions together to ensure that they have holistic identity access management platform available, from where they'll their users or their employees, they'll get the benefit of that solution, and they spend a lot of money to make sure the solutions are there bundled. But so far in this identity access management or security domain, what we learned from that, rather than having multi-vendor solutions, why don't we have a single solution? And that is the direction that Islanders has taken, and we started our journey into the product development, right? And we have almost 80 to 90% use cases which are required for identity access governance or privileged identity management. Those are already inbuilt. Out of the box features are there. It's just plug and play and enable those services for you or for your customers, and they can able to run use this services without any hiccups from the IT side or any other challenges from any other vendor. So these are single vendor solutions. So why converged IAM, right? I think this is already Namrata covered, but I just wanted to add, this is just because our platform is built seeing this future requirement of how the market's shaping up, from cybersecurity identity access management perspective. And we normally generally follow the Gartner recommendations, and if you see, as they suggested, right, and we are towards that direction only, and our product is developed to address some of the key challenges that currently organization is facing. And this is a one-stop shop for all identity and access management need that enterprise or organization is looking for. Works seamlessly for cloud and on-premises. So we have two different types of deployment model. So we have already a cloud SaaS model is available that any customer can onboard quickly, and they can use the identity access management flavor or solution, and they can extend to their customers, right, or customers or end users, right, immediately. And we do have on-premises model where we can deploy the entire solution to your customer infrastructure on premise. If they have private clouds, there also we can deploy it. It's the solution what we have developed. It's very simple and easy to use and manage. You don't need any IAM skill to manage your solution or infrastructure, right? Anybody can manage it if they have some knowledge of the basic knowledge of how to use the system or software, right? It's a one integrated dashboard solution, in terms of analytical view, who has what accesses. Many times this challenge comes when you go with the stitched solution, right? Multiple vendor solutions, you have identity manager, one solution, access manager, another solution, privilege access management or identity management, right? To stitch all this solution together and get that in a holistic report, who's doing what on those target application or systems, right? It's very difficult. You have to go to the each and every solution and get that report generated for you, or submit to the management, right? But here what we have done, seeing that we have an integrated dashboard. The dashboard comes with complete, it has a complete view, how many users logged in, or reset their password, or they access a single sign-on applications, whatever events happening with the IAM platform, right? Everything is captured and it will be presented through a dashboard. And through the dashboard, it gives a complete view for an administrator or a compliance owner or a manager. They can take a proper decision what is happening on those target applications or systems, right? So that dashboard is there. Then it's one-time application onboarding, like we did for other vendors product. We have to integrate these applications to multiple applications. Whereas in our product, identity access management, it is a one-time application onboarding for single sign-on or for identity and access governance services. And as already we said, it's a one vendor to manage. You don't need to go or your customer don't need to go to the multiple vendor and get, to understand whether this is working, that is working or not, whether this use case or this functionality will, able to merge with the solution or not. As you said, this is our own homegrown built product, right? So we have a DevOps team products engineering services team who are sitting behind, and they're enhancing the product capability and services, right? So you don't need to go to the multiple vendors. You just, if whoever is deploying our solution, right, they just need to come to us and their issue or whatever functionality they're looking in, right? We can able to cater that solutions, even if that is not out of the box, but if there is any customization is required, because we understand every customer has a different requirement and they have different kind of situations or applications, right? Maybe some legacy applications out of the connectors are not available, right? So as I said, we have a product engineering services team. We can able to develop the connector for you and ensure that your all your services like single sign-on or identity and access governance, provisioning, deprovisioning, all the services enabled for that application also. And as I said, the rapid implementation. So as I said, this product already has 80 to 90% use cases implemented. So it's just a matter of enabling those use cases for the customer. We can tailor the use cases based on the customer need and requirement. So suppose customer is going for modular approach, they don't want all the solution together, but they wanted a individual solution. That way also we can modular approach. We can help them to ensure that whatever investment they're doing to this infrastructure development, right, they're getting the return out of it, right? So quick return on the investment they can see. A cost-effective solution and multi-tenant architecture for MSSP. We have a complete tenant model available for this. So moving next. So here comes our product. So we named our product called Compact Identity. So it's one solution, one-stop shop for all your identity and access management or privilege access management requirement. So if you see on the left-hand side, this is just an overview of the solution, how it looks like, what features we have, what services we provide. So if you see, whoever joins, in the company, coming as an employee, contractor, admin, help desk, right? They can just, if the solution is deployed on their premises, right, they'll get these 4 pillar services, in high level, access management, identity administration, identity governance, privilege access management, and identity analytics. And each of these pillars, right, we have different services, which are in access management, you can see some services single sign-on, password management, multi-factor authentications. These all features are available under this bracket. I'm sure we are all aware of this, and we are hearing this. Single sign-on is not working for this application, that application. To ensure that we have the connectors available, most of the out-of-box connectors are available. And if there is anything that is not available for custom applications where you need single sign-on, definitely we can build that connector for you in our solution, and we can able to cater your, we can meet your requirement or your pain areas, right? Coming back to the next pillar, that identity administration. Basically, this is provisioning, deprovisioning kind of activities joiner, mover, leaver scenarios. Access request-based approval. We do have one-level approval or multi-level approval is available in these solutions. So depending on particular application, you're looking for one-level approval or only manager will approve, and some of the applications you wanted, your application owners also will approve that request, right? So it can have 2 layers of approval, right? So we have that framework, workflow framework available, that there you can customize, and you can have n level of approval workflow available. Moving to the next, identity governance. Basically, all the feature related to access certification, account certification, access control can be done here. Organization can do periodically all the certification process initiated from the system, or it can be scheduled also, quarterly, half yearly, or annually, and certification process will be start and it will trigger, right? And all the request fulfillment in terms of certification, these are all available, closed loop remediations, what action need to be taken for particular access. For example, access to be granted or revoked. It's a complete closed loop remediation process is available for certification process. Moving to the next pillar, which is the privilege access management. And in this module, in this services, we basically do all your service accounts, super admin accounts, administrator accounts. We store their the passwords, keys into our credential vault, and the credential vaults rotate the password depending on the policy we set, every week or every day, or once the user or the somebody access that particular server, production server, and did some migration activities or some release activities. Once they are done with their activities, they can actually check out the user credentials, that service account credentials, and it will be back to the credential vault, and it will reset the password. So next time somebody else is requesting for that admin or root account password, the system will give the different password for that. And then obviously whatever they are doing on those machines, right, on the critical servers, production servers or DR servers, you have complete session recording facilities there. Like you can completely record the session, and you can also search based on the keystroke, like what commands they're using, whether they are allowed in the system or not. If you want to do some kind of audit kind of thing, that also you can do. So complete auditing feature is available. And coming back to the identity analytics, so we have a holistic dashboard in our solution, which gives you complete information about the applications, about the users, what actions they have done so far in the solution system, like password reset, for example, self-service password reset, or for example, log into the single sign-on applications, or privilege account management, service account, what they did, so all these events going through the compact identity solution to the target and target applications, everything is recorded, and this can be give you a consolidated view on the dashboard, where you can see what is happening with your infrastructure, and you can take, you means like the CISO or CIO or CTO or the administrator, they can take a better decision to remedy their solution, right? What we see from our side, if you see in the center, compact identity solution is there, right, which basically does all your identity administration, access management, privileged identity and access management, then consumer IAM, and then access management, access governance, right? So at this point, these are all requirement in the cybersecurity. And as we know, like right now we are going through this pandemic situations, and everybody's working remotely. There are a lot of compliance requirement and governance requirement are coming in to ensure that users are properly accessing their applications, and they have a visibility also who is accessing what, right? So at this point, if you see, compact identity provides only a few modules, not all the modules. But having said that, identity administration, access management, privileged identity and access management, and access governance are there. We don't have a consumer IAM, but if you are looking for something in consumer identity access management, that's something we can integrate white label with the vendor product, and we can integrate with compact identity. What is identity management all about, right? We all know that it's not just a software, right, or it's just a tool, right, that you just set up in the organization, and if you don't like it or the services are not meeting, you can just go ahead and remove this software, right? It's not that simple, right? It is a investment. It is an investment from the organization or enterprises, and they wanted to ensure the IAM platform is sitting on their infrastructure and able to reduce all their manual interventions, reduce the IT burdens, or reduce IT help desk calls for password reset, because those are the pain areas that comes for the identity and access management. And that is why this solution is built, and it is there from last 2 decades, right? So what we see, from Islandtest perspective, what we see from the CISO or CTO angles, right, it has to be, and this is the center of your solution, right, in your infrastructure, which is going to be set. And once you have the complete view of users informations and their application access information, and all these things are there, then you have a complete governance dashboard is there with you, which where you can actually see and check, like who is doing what in the system, right? And you can take a decision out of that, right? And this can be again integrated with a lot of other solutions that you have already in your organization. For example, like you have already DLP for data prevention, or ACIM tool, or any other CASB products. If organization has already, this solution can be integrated with those solution also, and give you a complete holistic view, so that business can take a proper decision, rather than business or the enterprise organizations people, they'll involve into this identity access management, and they're not focusing on their day-to-day life business, right, or their main business, right? So with that, our Islandtest products, identity access management product developed so that we can integrate other products, and users or enterprise, they can focus on their business rather than focusing on identity access management solution, whether it is working or not working. And it is, as I said, right, it's a one-stop shop solution for all identity access management need of enterprise, one vendor managed solutions, cost-effective solution. So with that, I wanted to hand over to Namrata back.
Sure, Sandeep. Thank you so much. Quite insightful. But I'm going to open questions here, and I'm going to check if there are any questions that we can take, Sandeep, if you don't mind. So I think there's one question from Amit Agarwal, Sandeep, which talks about hardware sizing requirement. He says, please brief regarding required hardware sizing matrix, as most of the competition required huge hardware. So I think as long as I know, we just require 3 servers, right? So Sandeep, you want to take this up?
So Amit, thanks for your questions first. And just to answer, our product is very lightweight. It's not a heavyweight component, but as I said, right, we have 2 flavors of deployment or solution is available. One is a cloud-based solution, like, we just need, so entire the solution, like, identity solution, application server is sitting on the cloud. So you or enterprise can directly use that as like the way we are using other SaaS-based applications. So one URL will be given to you, and then you can able to access that. There, what we just need to have one component sitting at the customer side, which is the compact identity agent, and it is only one agent which is going to be sit at customer infrastructure, and this connector, this agent will connect with application server to do all the identity access management activities, like from the enterprise side applications, right? So, and this connector also talks on the HTTPS port, so it's completely secure. If it is a on-premises deployment, then definitely, it depends customer how they wanted their hardware sizing, right? We have architecture, this overview for that also, and we take it as a part of second call. After this call, we normally, when we connect one-to-one, we run it through our architecture model for cloud and on-premises. Having said that, on-premises, we just need, again, bare minimum, we just need 3 servers, one for application server deployment, one for database, and then the other one is for your agent on-prem, bare minimum. But if you want high availability, then we need minimum 7 servers to meet 3-tier architecture.
Second one is straightforward, where Anil Sonkar is asking if PAM is from a third-party OEM or Atlantis.
Right now, we are building this. This is there in our journey curve. So right now, we don't have that product directly available. That module is available in our product. But if what we do actually, already customers, what we have seen, some of the customer enterprises, they have already PAM solution in place, but they don't have, identity access management solutions. So in that case, this is a separate module which we need to integrate, right? So depending on the customer, if they have already something, we do have a connector available to connect and provide services with their existing investment, what they have done with the privileged access management. But having said that, right now we are just white labeling a product, and we are included with bundled and include with our solution. So you'll not see a difference there, difference like it's a white label product vendor or something.
The next question talks about comparison and competitive analysis. Yes, we do have a competitive analysis. We do have, use cases and battle cards for most of our competitions. And that will definitely be available to you as soon as I onboard you. We have a partner portal, and I will definitely brief you on it in my upcoming slides. This is from Prasanna. And related question from Prasanna is about compact identity and scalability. Up to how many users, Sandeep? Compact identity can be scaled up to how many users is the question.
Nice question, and definitely I like to answer that. So the product, the architecture we build. So our, as I said, right, it's a complete cloud deployed solution, like it's available in cloud, and we have the complete, the architecture we designed in cloud, like it can be scalable depending on the user size or applications they're using for each tenant, right? So pretty much in cloud, the scalability is not an issue or concerns, right? As in current market, right? We can our architecture is very flexible, and it can be scalable. That is one. From the on-premises deployment you are looking for, yes, it's as I said, like we need to create that high availability model deployment so that the enterprise can get the benefit of that. And again, the scalability, if you are looking from hardware or database scalability or any other solution scalability, those are all there in the solution. So we take it as next level of discussion, and L2, L1 or L2 level, where we'll go through all this architectural and how the hardware or the solution can be scalable.
I have few more questions for you, Sandeep, if you don't mind. I think I've already mentioned about the Gartner listing, Amit Agarwal, and we can share details with you. This question comes from Tamim Khan, and he talks about, he wants to know, do you have agent for access management? If yes, what are the web servers supported to manage authentication headers in HTTP, header, or cookie?
Yeah, so all your web-based if this question is related to single sign-on access management profile, yes. So we do support all SaaS-based applications, whether it is a whether it is a SAML-based application or non-SAML-based applications. If those applications are non-SAML-based applications, then we ask applications team to enable that HTTP-based header so that we can able to enable that single sign-on. Having said that, we also support OAuth and OpenID APIs to connect those single sign-on applications.
And does it have a framework to develop connectors under the ICF platform?
Yes, absolutely. So we in terms of if the connectors, out of the box connectors are not available for particular applications, I just said we have a product engineering services team who basically help us to build that custom connectors for those legacy applications, right? So yeah, we have a framework available for that.
There's one question that I want to pick from Deepak Mehra, and he says how attribute-based access control works.
It depends, like the user is accessing from which location, right? Like if you see based on the geo where he's available, right? So we can pick up that attribute, his location, and then based on that we can actually provide a provision or deprovision or provide him that level of granular access, right? And we can also audit that. Again, these use cases are very practical use cases, and we wanted to show you the demonstration, complete product demonstration. I think most of your questions will be answered when you see that demonstration. I think after this we have a lined up demonstration. I don't know whether we'll have that much time available or not.
We still have another 10 minutes, Sandeep. So I would definitely see if we could run that demo. Else, I will definitely share the link with the team here, the participants, so that they get the complete insight.
Yeah, Namrata, I think you already said that. Yeah, once you have that view of the product, and then if you have any further questions, you can shoot out email or Namrata, then we can answer you back one-to-one. And then if you wanted to learn about more detail or insight about this product, definitely we can get into the next level. And then we can show you and demonstrate all our capabilities of the product with a real-time demonstration of the product.
So Sandeep, thank you. Thank you for your support. And maybe we'll try and see if we can take those 3 questions also, Sandeep, once I cover this portion. So just a quick view to all our partners out here. I'm very delighted and happy that we could make in to meet you here today in this kind of situation around. But I will be your partner manager, and I have 3 categories of partnership that we have distinction. We have a registered partner who moves in, and then I make sure that I support the partner reach authorized or a premium level. Well, the difference is in terms of competencies, how many certifications, or is your pre-sales team ready for an implementation? How many certifications have they done? How many sales, certified resources do we have? Basis that we juggle between these 3, levels of partnership. We can have a brief about it when we meet one-on-one, when we are trying to onboard you as a focus partner with us. We will make sure that we extend all of the OEM capabilities, the Islantis capabilities that we've built in. We'll make sure that we safeguard that interest of yours with the clients. So we do have SMEs like Sandeep, and we do have a very strong and smart sales team to support you. We have pre-sales, post-sales teams to make sure that they demonstrate a small key demo or a technical demo to your clients. So I will make sure that I support you there as well. And not to forget Integrity, of course, who's going to help us with the billing flexibilities and with the local hub, and you need not have to reach out. Or maybe if you are looking at a special maybe payment terms, then Nilesh is the man. Chandan is the person who's going to help us get through that. Most of these, documents, your use cases, the battle sheet, the videos, the latest webinar, our new logos, the partners, all of this information is right there on the partner portal. And I have to provide you access with the partner portal as soon as we onboard you. So that's on me. But at the same time, looking at focus partners who are already doing business under the IM category, maybe we want to make sure that we push and have our army, our engine ready to go out there in the market. And that's why we've made these sales certification and pre-sales certifications at no cost. In the interest of partner and the kind of progress that we see between the two of us, two parties, and I take care of getting you the implementation and hands-on training for your implementation team, depending on the kind of progress that we make together. So that's about Partner Portal and the trainings that we offer to you. And I'm your go-to person. Talking about having additional revenues with us. Yeah, we do have key service level partners who take care of just the services piece, right? So we are happy to also encourage you and take care of the services at the back end with the customer. And we are happy to make sure that we shorten the sales cycle to you so that you can just deploy those features or those credential solutions which are required in the customer zone. So we can just stitch, tailor make it a modular based selling, and we can also look at upselling, cross-selling in those accounts where, assuming a customer already has a PAM, doesn't want a PAM through us, but then he definitely is looking at access management and an identity governance. So yeah, we stitch that together and we will integrate that with the current solution that your client has, and we are here to support you with that as well. Margins, yes, of course, margins are free here. They're all huge margins, and scope of making huge margins through renewals as well. By default, the margins is included in not just the fresh sale, but also the renewals for our partners. And I understand the situation is not very exciting in current days, where we cannot do a lot of these marketing, funding for most of our key activities or a small roundtable that we want to create for our customers, right? What we do is right now we're running a small virtual RTCs, and I can support you with that. We could go fund it. I could get it sponsored for you. Looking at the kind of business plan that you have for us, then maybe I could also take care of the multiple campaign which requires for us to fund those activities with you. We've done this in the past, and I'm happy to open the doors for you. Yeah. So this is in a nutshell about partnership, about the benefits that you're going to have if you give me an opportunity to partner with you, right? So just a quick view on our partners. This is just a small breakup. I've already categorized these partnerships in different layers, and then starting with a global system integrator. As I mentioned to earlier, VAR, which is a value-added reseller, system integrator, which are regional, state-level, partners who are managed services providers who want to build a SOC, or who already has a center of excellence where they can, have give us a little bit of hardware, create a hardware requirement for us and fulfill that, and have our tenants running there. We could make arrangements there. And these are the regions where I have most of my consulting partners who are supporting me. So currently, yeah, these are the regions that I support, and I do have a team to support me with all of these initiatives. So that's in a nutshell. And in the interest of time, I am just going to not run. This is just a snap view of the partner portal. I did mention what's in store for you here. This is the single source of truth, and you will find everything that you need from this, this hub, this partner portal. But battle cards, your sales, your videos, your use cases, our wins, the logos, all of it right here. And I'm your go-to person to get you this access as we onboard and shake hand together. Last but not the least, yes, we did speak about the certificates. I just want you to see, maybe this view. We have 3-4 categories of certifications, and there's a core team sitting out there to train you first. And the intent is to give you a 5-day training, or maybe cut that across into multiple departments, and then basis which try and see if you get an, recce, or maybe we could do a review together, and then we can get down to a certification level. But I've created an online self-service certification. where you will see all of these documentations that you can go through. You will see multiple video links which can give you enough knowledge. We've just covered in the last 55 minutes, we've just covered what we could, but then that partner portal and the certification site has everything that you need to know and for you to become a champion and flash the social media badge that we provide to you once you're assessed and certified. I am not going to run this video for you. This is a video that I actually wanted to run for you. But
this is a short, comprehensive.
I will share this link with you by the end of the presentation. I think we're already at the end of it. I will send you this as a follow-up note. Maybe I'll pass it on to Chandan, to Nilesh, Gagan, and for people who I already know and who I've requested to join in today. I'm definitely going to make sure that I go out there and push this information to you. Yes, so I am again open to any kind of questions
and the recertification process.
I'm happy to take those questions. I think we just have one new question and the 3 balanced questions. Sandeep, we are on dot. I think we've just gone overboard by 2 minutes. So Sandeep, is it okay for us to write back to these gentlemen and maybe answer these questions? Is that okay with you? Can we take that approach?
Yeah, sounds good. That would be the best approach. Rather than
because
we answer
I just
here.
have 3 or 4
so
questions.
we can take it one-to-one questions. If anybody has any type of questions, clarification in terms of product features or architecture, we can take it up after that.
Yeah, these are a little bit technical questions, and I would definitely do not want them to go unanswered. And I'm happy, Deepak, I think I will write back to you. I see your name here. I see Rajesh Kuti, and I have to answer to you. I see Gagandeep Singh, and yes, I'm going to answer your question. And then I think there's one question from Tamam Khan again. We just took one of his question, and the other one is still pending. So I will write back to you one-on-one, and I'll make sure that these questions are answered. So we come to the end of our discussion today, and I definitely want to thank all of you to be such a wonderful audience, and all the kind of questions that I've received helps me know that yes, all of us were tentative, and all of us were interested to know more about what we bring across to you. Thanking the entire Integrity team, and I would like to thank my speaker, Sandeep, who supported me throughout this discussion today. A big thank you to all of you, and I'm hopeful to meet all of you one-on-one. I hope things just get settled, so all of us, have that one-on-one meetings. But at the same time, I will write back to each of you at the end of this discussion, maybe by tomorrow or maybe by Monday. You'll get to hear from me. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you. And we're looking forward to work with you closely. And be safe, and keep safe yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, we need you. So Nilesh, I think the man today who's made everything possible for us, Nilesh and Chandan, may I request you to have some closing remarks for the entire community here who've made it possible for all of us to meet?
Yeah, I think thank you to the entire Elantus team and people who have joined us in the toughest time. It was a great insight, Namrata and Sandeep, regarding Elantus solutions that we are going to position in the market. And I think we have a huge potential. You could probably see people from different domain joining in, spending some time, getting into the discussions and so on and so forth. So I think it is a very, very good platform. Let's keep that rolling. And what I would also suggest, let's have a hands-on kind of discussion going forward with the follow-up discussions, so that people should have a more detailed understanding about the look and feel of the products. But I think it was a fantastic effort from all of you. Thanks again.
I think it's our pleasure, and thank you so much for making this possible. So yes, I think as a follow-up, I will definitely share the demo with all of you. I want to make sure that we set up a demo, maybe a quick high-level run-through on the feature functionalities, and I will do that. Maybe we can plan it together, Nilesh and Chandan, and I think I will definitely need your support once again to make sure that all of us come together for the upcoming demo. So have a good weekend, everybody, all of you out here. it's very important for us to be safe and healthy during this period. And I think we're reaching a little bit of peak, and I wish all of you good health. And I definitely would want to look forward meeting with all of you and working with all of you, of course. Thank you so much.